All right, chat. We're gonna watch this one really quick, and then we're gonna jump into WoW Hardcore so we can practice for Thursday's reset. Start leveling and practicing. But this one should be a good one.
He felt that he was smiling Biden. The president sitting down with Donald Trump at the historic handshake wasn't the only headline. It was
it's a dream team
that captured attention on social
the dream
media,
team,
leaving many folks to speculate why was he so happy.
We all know why he was happy, bro. He voted for Trump.
One final fuck you to the Democrats. One final fuck you to the party. All right, guys. I'll see you
Deuces.
later. He won. Yeah, he fucking won.
He saved America,
Biden
bro.
Voted Trump.
Vice President of Targeted Victory, Matt Gorman, former Clinton advisor.
I've got to say it, bro. People always say bald guys look like eggs.
That guy on the left. He looks like a brown egg from Costco, dog.
Look.
He said it, not me.
I mean, it is what it is, right?
Someone in the chat said Asmongold in 5 years.
Good morning to both of you.
Man.
Let's get to it. Here we go. Some of the reaction online. Biden never looked happier. Joe Biden shares the same smile that most of America has right now. I don't. Matt, you see something there?
I have not seen him that happy since the last debate. I mean, I'm not even trolling.
I'm not even trolling.
I love how I'm not even trolling is on Fox News and it's just normal now.
Yeah, that's weird. I'm not even trolling on
That's
Fox
amazing.
News.
What are you thinking right now?
What are we living in?
You're saying he's a fascist, Trump's a threat to democracy, this and that. And yet, do you smile that happily when you're next to someone who you think, ostensibly is evil? It kind of shows everything they were saying was just kind of a lie. I mean, it was incredible. I have not seen Biden that happy in a long, long time.
Philippe, what you see?
Matt, I love you, but I just don't think that's the case. I mean, Donald Trump also has some nasty things about Joe Biden, and he kept that to himself. Look,
is it really that crazy to imagine that two adults that, like, let's be honest, both of these guys are professional shit talkers, and they've been doing it for the better part of a century. They understand the game. Like,
It's a game. He just said the word. It's a game, dude. Like, that's why the Democrats are falling apart, because they've been lying to them, saying this guy's Hitler and everything, and now they're just like, hey, what's going on? What's going on? Shaking hands and everything. It's like, it's just a game.
This isn't like, what are you talking about? Yeah, they're politicians. Of course, they're going to talk shit about each other. Like, if you go and you look at streams of me, and I see somebody that I don't like, I'm usually nice to them. It's fine. That's not a problem.
Just human decency, You're not going to shit talk to the face.
I liked seeing that. It is important. It's good that Joe Biden offered, which Donald Trump did not do in 2020. It's good that Donald Trump accepted. And it's not just a ritual. And I have to say, I think if it had been a couple hours later and the Matt Gaetz news had broken, I'm not sure the grin would have.
It is pretty wild. I forgot about that. In 2020, he didn't do this. The presidents always have this exchange. But you even saw Obama do it for Trump, and he looked so miserable and embarrassed. But yeah, Trump didn't do this in 2020. I kind of forget about that, but I kind of thought it was because of the pandemic. But yeah, totally forgot.
Have been as wide, but they both said the right things. What they next
I think it would have. Biden was the president of the United States. He was the vice president of the United States. He has a 40-year history of being a public servant. He's retiring as a rich guy, and he gets to spend the rest of his life on beaches with his family doing whatever the fuck he wants. I feel like he's, again, it's like the last week of school and you're a senior.
It's crazy to think this guy's been in office for 40 years, dude. This guy has, like, seen racism go up to its peak and then back down.
You know you're going to graduate. Everything's fine. He's not stressed out at all. Yeah, he won.
I think they met for 2 hours, and that's the really important part. And the one thing I would
That's a
say
long
is
meeting.
I
2
hope
hours?
that the president-elect took to heart some of what Joe Biden said, even if he disagrees with it. Because if you remember, President Obama told President-elect Trump to watch out for Mike Flynn. And it turned out that Mike Flynn was fired 23 days after the election started and ended up, being found guilty and needing a pardon. So it's actual work
I remember him.
that's getting done. As far as the
He's a
grin,
QAnon guy.
I'm glad that they both could put it aside and say the right words.
It is really funny that they were so happy to siege. I do think that this is probably one of the funniest things to happen. And my favorite, of the memes here is that Biden voted for Trump. I think
he voted for him for sure. I just can't get over the smile, dude. I just can't get over it. I've been telling people who are when we talk politics with people, if they would have left Joe Biden in, I think they would have had a way better shot at winning than with Kamala. I just 100%. Even though he's old or whatever, I think he would have been way better than Kamala.
it's so fucking funny.
Really am.
Okay, gentlemen, one other thing. There was a question about why she wouldn't do the Rogan interview. And a lot of things went back and forth, and apparently...
Here we go, bros. Here we go.
Rogan went in Texas, and they said, let's do it for an hour. Well, he finally answered it. Let's go ahead and play the clip from his explanation.
I don't know if I've seen this part.
They had, I don't know how many conversations with my folks.
Right.
But multiple conversations, giving different dates, different times, different this, different that. And we knew that she was going to be in Texas. So I said, open invitation. I think they had requirements on things that she didn't want to talk about. She didn't want to talk about marijuana legalization, which I thought was hilarious.
That's wild, dude. She didn't want to talk about marijuana, but she just said, oh, I need to get the black vote. I need to get the black vote. Marijuana is legal for the black people. Remember when she was saying that? That was so wild that they were saying that out loud. So racist, by the way. So racist. But she's like, yeah, we're losing the black men. We're losing the Latino men. What are we going to do? Marijuana? And when she's the one who prosecuted people for marijuana crimes in California, and remember when Tulsi Gabbard's like, you kept slave labor when she refused to let go of the inmates for marijuana stuff? She kept them because they're cheap labor, and she's on record saying that. That's wild.
She didn't want to talk about that because of the time that Tulsi Gabbard brought that up in the debate that made her look like a retard. That's the reason why she didn't want to talk about it.
Made her look like a retard. I guess that's a better way of saying it.
Why?
That's so... Because of her prosecuting record, and,
He knows. He knows.
She put a lot of people in jail for weed.
Yeah. You had that, and you had this from one of the spokesmen. There was a backlash with some of our progressive staff that didn't want her to be on it and how there would be backlash.
That's so dumb. Her
I
staff?
hope they're happy.
I hope they're happy. That's stupid, dude.
Hey, they got what they wanted.
They lost.
How about that?
I guess there's truth in there somewhere,
crazy.
gentlemen. Matt, go ahead.
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's malpractice, right? You're worried about your staff's feelings and not, getting in front of tens of millions of voters more than
It's
watching
fucking ridiculous. Yeah, he's right.
Stupid.
the evening news even. And look, Rogan is a symptom of a larger cause, right? I don't think doing Rogan would suddenly...
Rogan's ego is probably hitting peak right now. He's probably like, man, I'm untouchable. I am the shit. I am Joe Rogan.
win her the election. But it spoke to a mindset of playing it safe, of keeping her from a lot of interviews for most of the campaign, of not taking risks, of not saying, hey, let's figure out 3 things where we can separate ourselves from the historically unpopular president in our party, of, hey, let's cater to this interest identity group and that interest identity group instead of trying to win voters and build the broadest tent possible. Look, Rogan in itself didn't lose the election, but it was a mindset that informed all of that.
It does definitely glaze Joe Rogan so much that people are discussing whether going on his podcast or not was even a factor for winning the national election.
That's going to be in the next Spotify contract. Dude, my voice could change the election, bro. I need that cheddar.
This elevated him so much.
Which is crazy because I don't think you could get elevated much more.
My feeling, Philippe, is that anytime you put conditions on an interview,
all right,
it's probably either not going to happen or it's not going to go well. And I think this other comment about progressive staff members being concerned about it,
so stupid.
There might be some truth in that.
That's so fucking.
They're your staff.
That's what's so crazy to me about this is that the level of selfishness that some people like that have. the fact that they're going to put their feelings and their own like personal desires. Like, do you want to win the election or do you want likes on Twitter?
Likes on Twitter, bro.
What do you want to do?
Likes.
I wonder.
I guess women's rights wasn't that big of a deal, huh?
Guys,
It's more the likes.
I'm not that important, okay? Like, the guy has on like Elon Musk and Donald Trump, and
He did have Mr. Beast on, though. Come on, Asmon. You should go on Rogan. He had Mr. Beast. It's your turn, bro.
and like all these people, like, I'm not, okay?
Within the
Billy,
campaign.
Can you imagine if he was on Rogan? So is it true that you had a cockroach crawling on you during your stream? Oh, yeah, I did. Yeah. Is it true that you take your scissors and cut them in half? That's true. Yeah.
Teed up
Confirmed. He's going, I'm not.
You just teed up a softball right down the middle. I mean, President Trump gave preconditions to the interview with National Association of Black Journalists. He didn't want to be fact-checked, and he did the same thing in terms of trying to work the refs, which he's very good at, on the debates. But I'll say this. Look, I think the most important thing about this is that Rogan said that she said okay. So, look, I don't have any inside information here. I would say that the idea that she didn't go into, I won't say the lion's den, but the fox's den is a little crazy because she sat with your colleague Brett Baer, which is more than President Trump did the other way around. And I think
that they don't want to legitimize alternative media. That's really what they're worried about. And I think that the establishment doesn't want to legitimize things like podcasts and streams. And that's really where it's coming from. And you see this happen a lot. PewDiePie effect. Yeah, it happens to PewDiePie. It happens to, I think it happens to a lot of people. It happens to Mr. Beast. It clearly didn't work. Yeah, exactly.
I also heard that she didn't want to go on Rogan's podcast because they were asking, hey, can we do edits? And he's like, no, there's no edits. It's just a live, free-forming conversation. And because she couldn't edit it, she didn't want to go on it either. So that just kind of shows how stupid she is.
Because they don't control it? Exactly. Well, that's the reason why. They want to delegitimize it because it's decentralized and they don't have control over it. That's absolutely what's happening. Rogan's number one rule is that his interests level. He'd be interest for sure. Well, I don't know. But, like, I'm just saying in general.
I don't know whether...
He was asking her to come on, so he was interested. He said, I'm really interested in getting to know her. So it wasn't interest level.
Or not the left or the progressives did or didn't. I am certainly not going to defend anyone on the inside who might have said that's too something.
That's
the one
so
thing
stupid.
I will say is that I am sure there was discomfort with some of the people that he has had on his show, including Alex Jones, in terms of not pushing back hard enough.
Yeah.
No, there's not. There's no discomfort about that. There's just a few retards that are mad on the internet for no reason.
This is crazy because this is like the Disney effect, where like the Star Wars Disney effect, where they listen to the small minority of loud people on Twitter or X, and they let it judge their content or judge their moves. Like, this is the same thing. It's kind of weird.
Yeah. Like, I mean, that's really about it. You guys are starting? Yeah, I mean, it's just nobody actually thinks that his fan base loves Alex Jones. Like, Alex Jones is his close friend. Yeah, like, what are we talking about? Joe said that they wanted to edit and travel somewhere else to do the interview. Would you go on InfoWars? Would I go on InfoWars?
Why not?
Probably, yeah.
Probably,
like,
yeah.
I would go on any show, basically.
You hear that, guys? Let's get him on the show here. We'll do an interview here. Asmon, how was it cleaning your room? Oh, it was brutal, man. It was brutal.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think of, like, what show would I not go on?
Probably mine. My small little channel.
I would go on The View. Sure, I would. Absolutely.
What were they talking about?
Talk to her? Oh, I wouldn't want to have to go over there, right? It's like the problem is like the reason I said InfoWars is because InfoWars is in Austin. So it's like, okay, well, this is like realistic for me to go.
Somebody said call her daddy in chat. Call her daddy, chat?
go there. Like, if I could magically teleport to any area. Well, let me finish the video first, and then we talk about it.
So, I don't think it's that simple.
I would just offer, I think, in the end of it, a little difference because of what we saw in the electoral vote.
What is this here?
Pushing back hard enough.
Oh, Alex
So,
Jones.
I don't think it's that simple.
I would just offer, I think
it is that simple. Nobody gives a fuck about that. All the people that were complaining about Alex Jones being on Joe Rogan were a bunch of hysterical musicians that were mad at Spotify, and then nothing
Old ones too, like people that nobody even listens to anyways.
ever happened.
A little difference because of what we saw in the electoral vote. So, Philippe, thank you. Matt, thanks. Gentlemen, we'll talk again soon. Thank you. I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page.
Is his name Brian Kilmeade? Oh, that guy got bullied in high school and freaking elementary school for sure.
To catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.
They shouldn't do this, by the way. Who's ever editing and running the Fox News YouTube channel is really doing kind of a disservice. So what I think they need to do is they need to put like in video, like a thing where it shows like to click the subscribe button or click the thumbs up button.
All right, guys, he's just giving them a tutorial how to be a YouTuber. All right, guys, so let me know what you guys thought about this one. If you're watching on the tube, make sure you guys like and subscribe. Chat, we're gonna play some hardcore right now. But if you're on the YouTube, hit us up. We're on VallordTV. We're probably on right now. Come watch us stream, and if not, make sure you guys like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys for the next one. Thank you.